90 minutes live coverage this particular Saturday. FC Romania won, Ware won at a half-time. But looking around the half-times in Izmir League Division 1 South Central, the point they've got here will be Ware top of the table tonight because Hamwell Town, Waltham Abbey and Tooting and Mitcham were all behind at half-time. 3 points here, of course, would be very useful as Maxim Fraser puts the ball down the line on this near side. No change for either side at a half time. I'll take you through the Ware lineup when we get break in play. Story of the first half was Iono Miron's opener for FC Romania. Really their only shot on target, which deceived Callum Kitchker from a good 25 yards out, and the lead though only lasted 2 minutes before Dave Kendall headed in Harry Watkins' corner. FC Romania in possession with Miron, the goal scorer. He just skies it into this near side. Hodabay brings in Yoruba. Here's Miron again. Miron, who wears 10, plays the ball out far side for Patrick. Patrick fires another one in and wasn't too far over the top. Callum Kitcher, I think, had it covered. But Patrick trying his luck from all of 40 yards up. The Ware line-up then, Callum Kitcher in goal, operating with a back three of Dan Rumans, Lewis Rose and Dave Kendall. Maxen Fraser, the right wing-back, Pat Adamson, the left wing-back, and this three-man axis in midfield of Tom Bruno, Harry Watkins and Lee Rose, with Liam Hope and Joshua Williams up front. Substitutes Gareth Madden, Albert Adu, William Stankwa, Ala Ushti and Harry Norman. Goal kick taken onto the head of Maxen Fraser, but he can't do anything with it, and the ball will bounce out for a throw-in to the home side. Jakob Christie, a throw headed away from Naruba by Lewis Rose. There's Dave Kendall. His goal was his third in 3 games for the big central defender. Rumans this time picks the ball up inside the centre circle, finds Lee Rose. Lee Rose's ball looking to release Joshua Williams, but Stoiker, who's had a solid game in there, that centre half is in the way. There's Maxen Fraser. Talking of solid games, another solid game from Ware's number 2. Doesn't seem equally adept at operating in a back four or as a right wing back, does Maxim Fraser. As Callum Kitchker will take the kick. Kitchker's ball will come back towards Hodabay, and Josh Williams will just keep it in front of us. And Williams manages to win a throw in for Ware on this near side of the field. Looking for Liam Hope, but on his near side, Liam's won the ball, and in the end he's won Ware a corner, which will be taken on this near side of the field. So an early opportunity at the beginning of this second half for the 3 big central defenders of Dave Gender, Lewis Rose and Dan Rumans to come forward, where supporters find their voices behind the goal. Harry Watkins will take the corner as Kendall comes late for these on the back stick. It's a tactic that's worked well this season. Let's see if they're going to use it again. The corner's going to come across all the way along the ground, looking for Liam Hope, who puts it in towards the near post. Liam towards the back post. Here's Kendall again. It's bouncing about the area. It's got in! Lee Rose puts it in. 2-1 Ware. Lee Rose scores his 10th goal of the season, and it's a Harry Watkins corner that does the trouble again as far as FC Romania are concerned. 3 minutes into the second half, and the corner came in. It was an intelligent ball across from Liam Hope after the corner had come back out. Nobody could grab hold of it. Kendall had headed it down, and Lee Rose swept it in to the back of the net. 10 up for Lee, and Ware 2-1 in front. And the way those results went at half time, that could be a really vital goal, because if things stay the way they were, then Balls's team could be 2 points clear at the top of the table tonight. Long way to go before then though, but just the perfect start they wanted to this second half. Long ball forwards, looking for CR2, but in the end he couldn't control it. Ball goes harmlessly enough out for a goal kick. Well, whatever Paul Halsey said, at half-time has done the trick for his team. They went 1-0 behind after 21 minutes. At 5 minutes into the second half, they lead out by 2-1. Not such good news at Hertford. They trailed 3-1 at Barking last time we heard. Alfie Q with Hertford's goal inside the first minute, but Barking have come back strongly to score 3 of their own. But the good news for FC Romania and Hertford is that Ashford Town Middlesex were down at half-time. But FC Romania at the moment will stay at the bottom of the table. Ware could be going to the top, as on that far side the ball's put out for a throw-in to Ware. Good contingent of Ware fans behind that goal, away to the right-hand side. And at the moment, a happy away day for them. Certainly Ware have had quite a year of it. This is their 38th game in 2019. And so far, 121, drawn 8 and lost 8, which is quite a performance. So if things stay the same, there'll be a point clear of Hamwell, who have equalised. So at home to South Park. So at the moment, anyway, we're at top of the table. Here's Hudabay on the halfway line. But FC Romania pushed forward with some purpose at Hertford on Thursday, and there's no reason to believe they won't do the same here. Patru puts the ball on the outside, but tried to pick up Felipe Narcis, but ball ran out fairly timely for a goal kick. The man in front of me says FC Romania are playing too much football. Well, haven't really played a lot here this afternoon. They've had one shot on target, and that's what's put them on the score sheet. Apart from that, been very little up front for the home side. And Ware's 2 goals, Dave Kendall and Lee Rose, the goal scorers. There's the ball with Miron. He's the man who started it all off for FC Romania. So once more, Ware have got players behind the ball. Is a considerable frame of Marquez. Brings in Naruba. He brings in Jakob. Patient play, but once again it all breaks down on the edge of the area, and Lewis Rose can clear fairly comfortably for Ware. One of those games though, 2-1. Hopefully we need a bit of insurance as the ball goes back into the Ware half, skied by Dan Rumans onto the halfway line. Max and Fraser heads it further towards FC Romania territory. Sandu chips it back onto the head of Lewis Rose, who's Herdebay. Chips it forward, Sigiatu to Naruba. Naruba was again sold Sigiatu into trouble, and Dave Kendall is caught on his ankle by the number 8. And that's going to be a free kick to Ware, which Callum Kitchker will take. 8 minutes into the second half here at Theobald's Lane. Jeff joined us. Welcome along. 90 minutes live for final time in 2019 here. And at the moment, anyway, it's going to be a good end to the year for Ware as Joshua Williams picks the ball up just outside the penalty area. Williams has got a lot going for him. Puts it back to Harry Watkins. Watkins on that far side brings in Lee Rose. Lee Rose chips it across, looking for Liam Hope, but it's headed out fairly comfortably by Sandu. FC Romania still taking their time getting it clear. In the end, they just aimlessly thump it towards Dave Kendall. And Kendall on this near side will bring in Lewis Rose. Lewis Rose chips it down the line looking for Liam Hope. Hope heads it down and just manages to keep it in. He's pushed to the ground, and surely it's got to be a free kick against Sandu, who's been pushing his luck a little bit. The FC Romania number 3. Referee's only produced 1 card so far. That to Lee Rose in the first half. But Tom Bruno's going to take the kick here. Kendall, Lewis, Rose and Rumans have all come up from the back again. And FC Romania have had real trouble with these. Conceded from a corner for the first one, and it was the build-up that happened after a corner that got the second one. So Bruno's going to put the ball in the box here. Good corner coming in. It's in the net. Liam Hope's 24th of the season. Ware have got the insurance they wanted. 9 minutes into the second half. FC Romania 1, Ware 3. And once again, It was a dead ball situation that caused the problem for the home side. Tom Bruno's free kick, and Liam Hope's 24th of the season has given Paul Hall's team just that little gap that they wanted. They lead here 3-1. We'll be keeping a close eye on what's happening with Amwell Town. Of course, at the moment, we're at top of the table. Well, it was a slow first half, and I'm sure Paul Halsey had some words to say at half-time, but whatever he said at half-time has certainly done the trick. We're lead here 3-1. And FC Romania in real trouble, and Sandu gives the ball away there. Josh Williams could have had a clean run on goal. But this is more like the team that have played so well this season. It was lacklustre first half from the visitors, it's got to be said. Good challenge by Tom Bruno on Miron, and shoulder to shoulder, but referee has decided it's going to be a free kick to FC Romania. A couple of Ware substitutes warming up on the far side, Alba Adu and Ala Ujdi. And so available. Of course, the way those scores had gone at half-time, Chertsey have got up the 4th in the table, and they're at Watson Park on Saturday, so that could be an interesting game as well. And Ware the following Saturday have got to go to Westfield, so that's going to be 2 games really going to play a prominent part in Ware's season, you would think. We'll be following them in both of them, one way or another. As ball's going to be, free kick's going to be taken by the number 6, Radu Florin Stoica for FC Romania, the man with the bright orange boots. Delays on taking the kick, and in the end he puts it out on this side. Urabe just about keeps it in. Got Maxime Fraser in front of him. Urabe finds Miron. Miron's probably been the pick actually for FC Romania. He's worked very hard, the number 10. And the ball goes out on that far side to Felipe Narcis. Narcis goes around one and comes across field, and in the end he finds Urabe, who'd come wide on this near side. Maxime Fraser again doing the defending as he tries to bring in Jakob, but Jakob loses the ball. Harry Watkins lobs it forward, and Liam Hope's there, and all Sandu can do is put the ball out for a throw-in to Ware. Joshua Williams takes it, finds Harry Watkins. Watkins' ball was looking for Lee Rose. It wasn't a bad idea, but the execution wasn't good. And he allowed Patru to get it clear, thumped forward by Narcis, but Liam Hope's got it inside the centre circle. Pat Adamson, far side of the field, pulls it back for Tom Bruno. Bruno's long ball forward, looking for Josh Williams on the far post, but Weimark comes out and collects fairly comfortably. 12 minutes, second half gone. Where in the driving seat here, they lead this one 3-1, went in 1-1 at half-time, but 2 quick goals in this second half from Lee Rose and Liam Hope will put Paul Halsey's team into a good position. Naruba on the far side brings in Narcis. Narcis back for Marquez. Marquez ball brings in Urabe. Urabe's got a player gone outside him, Jakob, but didn't find him. Ware have given it away though to Miron. Miron will bring in Stoica. Stoica's ball, well, it looked like handball against Sigatu, but the referee didn't give it. It's Urabe this time on the left-hand side. Naruba turns well, fires in the shot straight into the chest of Callum Keshka. Again, FC Romania, they just ran out of steam when they get to the edge of the penalty area, and really a shot is the only thing on. Created very little. They've got a sub warming up on the far side, so there's a change about to be made for the home side. The Ware subs have sat down for now. Long kick by Callum Kishka onto the head of Patru is Narcis, another player who been like Laruba in the first half. He's coming deep to try and get some possession as Marquez picks it up. Marquez's long ball forward over the shoulder of Dan Rumans, who got Sigiatu buzzing all over him, buzzing over him too enthusiastically, according to the referee. That's going to be a free kick to Ware. Substitution, I think, about to be made as the board's going to go up. It's going to be the 10 is going to be Miron, the goal scorer, who's going to go off, which is a little bit of a surprise. He goes off, and Alex Garincha So,
anyone see those fucking numbers?
So Mirren, the 10 that goes off. And I thought he'd had a good game, so possibly had a little bit of a knock. So, substitution 15, Alex Gorchina will come on.
Number 10's vacated the tour to play. That was young Miron, goal scorer.
And Callum Kitchka will restart then.
Alexander Georgina has come on. So,
looks
welcome
like
number 15 on the
very much midfield player for a midfield player, which leads you to believe that Miron might have got a little bit of a knock. It's going to be a throw-in on that far side. Is it Ware's ball? It is Ware throw-in. Pat Adamson will come across and prepare to take the number 3. It's got Liam Hope short. It's got Joshua Williams in attendance as well. This time he finds Williams. Williams again.
We get beat, don't we?
Williams shows a neat bit of footwork, but he's not going anywhere. Midway inside the FC Romania half. Looks to search out Harry Watkins on this near side. Doesn't find him, but Tom Bruno will pick up the ball for Ware. Puts the ball back to Lewis Rose. Lewis Rose, long ball forward, headed on by Adamson, flag up near side, and referee had spotted it.
And now I've got to try and bring them out, and now I've got to try and go and win 4-3 now.
Going to be a free kick forward.
Go for the draw!
FC Romania. On this near side, Hudabay with Maxim Fraser, who's played the 7 pretty well. Harry Watkins was doing well to cover as the wing-back had gone forward. Adamson for Tom Bruno, but Bruno's pulled forward too far for Pat Adamson. Going to be a throw-in to FC Romania, where everyone's 4 away from home so far. In the driving seat with this one, been beaten at Tooting and Hamwell. And one thing they're going to have to do is start winning games against the teams at the top of the table, because they've lost, of course, at Hamwell, Tooting and Waltham Abbey, all teams in the top 5. And they're going to be facing 2 in the top 5 in the next couple of weeks. Chertsey next Saturday and Westfield the Saturday after. Tom Bruno with the ball at his feet. Hooks it forward. Maxim Fraser on this near side. Joshua Williams in a race there, and in the end it was the defender Patru who had to pull the ball out. In fact, it was Jakob who had to pull the ball out for a corner. So another chance to Ware to cause havoc inside that FC Romania penalty area. 17 minutes, second half gone. Ware lead here by 3-1. As Harry Watkins will come across and take the corner. Fans we spoke to before the game were looking for a reaction from the Waltham Abbey result. Well, they didn't get it in the first half, but they've certainly got it in the second half. So Watkins will take the corner on this near side, and it's all the way at chest height almost. That one came across the box and was cleared out to this near side, where Ware will have themselves a throw-in. Throw-in to be taken on this near side. Can't quite see who's taking it, because the PA announcer, as well as making everybody half deaf, gets in the way of the play after time as well. But Joshua Williams will pick the ball up on this near side. Williams to the far post, but in the end Wymark goes up and collects the ball away from Lewis Rose. Far side of the field then, FC Romania in possession. Ball with the substitute, Gorchina, the number 15. Sandu slides it out onto this near side to Herabe, but Herabe's ball is a poor one, and Tom Bruno will bring in Liam Hope. And Sandu had hit the ball, and Liam Hope then was judged to have been offside. So Liam a little bit unlucky with what transpired there. Most certainly, or else he could have been in. FC Romania will go to Marlow next Saturday. But certainly we've got an interest in them from a couple of reasons. One, because they're the team at the bottom of the table, and while they stay there, Hertford will survive. And the other one, of course, is that as Ware prepare to make a substitute, in fact it's going to be a double change. Alba Adu and Ala Ushti are about to come on. as Maxim Fraser loses his footing and gives the ball away to Sandu, but Harry Watkins, who's really worked hard in that midfield, covers up once again. Lewis Rose forward. Here is Maxim Fraser, central midfield. Fraser chips it down this right-hand side. Flag goes up to suggest Joshua Williams was offside, and here comes the double change as far as Paul Halsey is concerned. So Joshua Williams is going to go off, and Albert Adu will come on. More or less straight swap between the two. Josh worked hard, had those opportunities in the first half, but he's going off, and the other change is going to be that Ala Ushti is going to come on for Harry Watkins. So Harry Watkins, who's worked hard, done a good job, gets a good round of applause from the Ware fans. He goes off. So Harry off, Ala Ushti on, Josh Williams off, Albert Adu on. So see how it changes here. I think that Ala might go in the central midfield, and Albert Adu up front alongside Liam Hope, we'll see. And also nice to see that Josh Williams has obeyed the rule of going off by the closest touchline. We haven't seen that much this season. So hats off to Ware's number 10. Not a lot of players have obeyed that rule, but certainly obeyed this afternoon as Josh makes his way around from the far side. Changes have seen Ala drop in the midfield, and Albert Adu playing up front alongside Liam Hope. It's the size of Ware squad that Paul Halsey has the opportunity to take off two of his frontline first team players and bring on two others who have been challenging for that position. As the ball on the far side lands at the feet of Pat Adamson. Albert Adu's first touch finds Lee Rose on the halfway line. Lee manages to cannon the ball back off an FC Romania shirt. Lewis Rose will put it forward for Tom Bruno. Wasn't the best of passes, and Udabay was alert to it. Far side tries to find Narcis Phillip, but Dan Rumans had read that like a book. Rumans coming forward to get Albert Adu outside him. That's who he finds. Adu hugging that left-hand touchline. Adu turns it onto the left boot. Almost nipped on by Lee Rose as far as Liam Hope. But in the end, FC Romania sorted out. Far side of the field, halfway through the second half here. Theobald's Lane, if just joined us, it's going nicely. FC Romania 1, Ware 3. 1-1 we were at half-time. Rumans has flown in here. And Zigatu goes down. Be surprised if that's not a yellow card for Dan Rumans, as he's going over looking at the linesman saying, what did I do? But I think the referee is going to go over and have a word with Ware's number 7. And he's certainly having a word with Rumans, and he is going to produce a yellow card. So Dan Rumans joins Lee Rose as the only two players in the notebook of Tim Donnellan, our referee this afternoon. FC Romania got a free kick then, right hand side, 35 yards out. And you've got a feeling that Adrian Udabay will be the one who'll fancy this. He's putting the ball down already. They've got another substitute on their bench ready to come on, but not before this free kick is taken by the number 7. Ware have got a 1-2-3 man wall in the way. Dan Rumans is going to join them as well. And while we look at the top of the table, Amwell's still at 1-1. Westfield are winning 3-0 now. Waltham Abbey have come back against Harlow. Big surprise of the day, though. Tooting and Mitcham 1, Chipstead 4. So Tooting and Mitcham drop out of the top 5 because Uxbridge sneak in there without even playing. So big changes at the top of the table this afternoon so far. Udabay with the shots and well wide of the target. In fact, it got a touch and the deflection, which will take it wide for a corner for FC Romania. Well, Ware were hoping to head the table this time last week. But Christmas, they could be heading the table at the end of 2019 at the moment, as the corner's taken and just finds Ala Ushti, and is easily cleared by Dan Rumans. Brought down by Albert Adu, and just couldn't complete it and send Liam Hope through, or else Liam would have a clear run on goal. But Naruba picks the ball up. It's a good challenge by Ala Ushti, but the referee judges that it's a free kick, and once again Oderbay will fancy his chances here, the number 7. And once again Ware will put a wall in the way as Ala Usti's getting a talking to from the referee. As far as we're concerned, more minutes come off the clock here. 25 gone in the second half. Oderbay it is then who spots the ball down and looks to hit this one with the right boot. 1, 2, 3, 4 man Ware wall in the way. Maxim Fraser, Albert Adu, Ala Ujdi and Tom Bruno in it. And they're forced back to the edge of the area. So about 30 yards out this one. So right on the edge of that area and 10 yards back. Oderbay will step up with the right boot and straight against that wall that did its job. Oderbay gets it back and gives it away to Lee Rose. We're coming forward in numbers now. Al-Bahadu on the left-hand side. Liam Hope here on the right. Tom Bruno's up there as well, as is Ala Usti, but Liam's ball isn't a good one. But FC Romania can't get it clear. Lee Rose battling for it in the area is Ala Usti. Nice back heel, finds Liam Hope on the edge of the area. Tom Bruno's shot was heading for the top left-hand corner, but got deflected. Liam Hope gets it back across the box. FC Romania still struggling to get it clear, but in the end, Stoiker's brought down by Lee Rose, and the home side managed to get it clear. Can see the way they defend though, particularly dead ball situations. It's not surprising that they haven't kept a clean sheet all season. Good play by Maxim Fraser here. Pick the pocket of Stoiker on this near side. And we'll take the throw in for Paul Halsey's team. Where supporters behind the goal certainly a lot happier than they were at the end of the first half, where we're in the lead here by 3-1. And depending on results elsewhere, could be heading to the top of the table. Maxim Fraser down the line looking for Liam Hope. But it's Marquez who will get it, partially clear. Once again, that was lacklustre stuff from FC Romania. Gave the ball away. Tom Bruno's got it. Centre field for Ware. Chips it through and just a leg out by Sandu. Stopped it getting through to Liam Hope. Rumans far side for Pat Adamson. Adamson back for Dan Rumans. Adamson gets it back again. Pat Adamson will bring in Dan Rumans. Rumans finds Adamson. Adamson's cross across the box. Lee Rose back in. Is Liam Hope. Couldn't get a shot away. It's bouncing around, and FC Romania finally get it clear to Naruba. Naruba's ball forward. Another poor one. Tom Bruno in the way. And Bruno finds Albert Adu, left-hand side of the box. But good challenge came in on that occasion and delays Albert's progress. Has to go back towards that left-hand touchline. Does well, though. Rumans brings in Maxim Fraser. Fraser on the right-hand side, trying to run against the defender, and in the end he pushed him. That was Jakob. And so Oderbay will bring it away for FC Romania. Here's Naruba, who's coming deeper and deeper, trying to get involved in the game. Stoiker finds Naruba. Naruba, far side, looking to pick out Philip Narcis, but it bounces way over the top of his head and goes out very, very tamely for a throw-in to Ware. 28 minutes, second half gone. FC Romania 1, Ware 3. Same scoreline at Barking, so we understand, but unfortunately there is the home side that are in front, 3-1 against Hertford. Alfie Q scoring in the first minute for Ben Hurd's team, but all gone wrong after that, unfortunately. It's on this near side. Stoiker will try and find the substitutes. It's Gorchina. And Sandu will bring in Oderbay. You've got to feel sorry for him as well, because he's covered a lot of ground at Adrian Oderbay. Here's Gorchina again, who'd seen Callum Kitchener off his line and tried to do what in East Hearts territory is called a Tom Bruno, but didn't manage it, as it fell fairly well short. As Lewis Rose chips it down the right-hand touchline, but that's equally aimless. But Liam Hope's motoring. I think he's going to keep it in, and he does. Liam does well to keep the ball in. Finds Maxim Fraser on this near side. Albert Adu and Lee Rose in the box. Fraser brings it back onto the halfway line for Lee Rose, whose control lets him down, and it goes tamelessly out for a throw-in to FC Romania. Jakob for Stoica. Stoica chips the ball forward, looking for Arabe's run, but again, they just failed to find their men in that final third. It really has been what's cost them. And you've got to say, having seen them twice in 2 days, it's going to cost them a place in this division. And Albert Adu could be putting the icing on the cake here. That's going to be a red card, surely. Albert Adu was clean through on goal, and that has got to be a red card. It's Marquez, the 19, and surely that's going to be a red card. Yeah, it is. Red card for Marquez. FC Romania down to 10 men for the second time. And suddenly, the sixth Stoica has thrashed the ball out the ground. The referee hasn't seen him, but surely the referee's assistant should see him, and that should be a booking as well. He's completely lost his head as the six. And Ware players round him. Meanwhile, Marquez is going off. He's got to go off. FC Romania are going to be down to 10. And for the second time in 2 days, it's there. FC Romania have let themselves down. A lack of discipline. Albert Adu had gone through. It's the mistake they made on the halfway line. Adu was clean through. Marquez is going off the pitch here. FC Romania down to 10, but it's poor from the officials that they didn't notice what Stoica had done, unless the referee's coming over here now to talk to his assistant. And surely Stoica should be getting a yellow card for thrashing the ball out of the ground. So the referee's going to have a little bit of a word. FC Romania player down here as well. And in fact, that's Marquez who's been sent off, who's they're still protesting with the referee. So a real lack of discipline by the home side here has let them down badly. And what's the referee going to do here? He's reaching for the pocket, and surely Stoica's going to get a yellow card. Well, it's all gone wrong for FC Romania after taking the lead. And referee is still producing. He's going to produce the card. And, he's got to get the right player, first of all. It's Stoica with the orange boots who's the one they should be talking to. He's got 4 players around the referee, and this really is getting quite ridiculous because FC Romania have lost it here because they're now having a word with the assistant referee, and someone needs to get hold of this. Because the red card was perfectly warranted for Marquez. There could be no doubt about it at all. Stoica lost his head, thumped the ball out of the ground, and well done referees giving him a yellow card. Because, well done the officials who played as a team there. Because the referee was sending Marquez off when Stoica lost his head and got himself a yellow card. Well, can Ware make them pay here? And before all that happened, we've got a free kick. In fact, we've got a player down now on the halfway line for FC Romania. So still not going to get the free kick. Liam Hope's there, Tom Bruno's there, Ala Ujdi is there over the ball. And meanwhile, there's a player being helped off over on that far side. Can't quite see who it is, but substitution I think is about to be made. And referee, the board hasn't gone up. But we'll just have a look and see on the number of the player that has come on. So it's all happened there at Theobald's Lane in the last couple of minutes. We've had a red card, we've had a booking, we had a substitution that nobody's going to bother to tell us about. So everything happening. Ware got a free kick. And the board actually is going to go up now, is it? As referee saying the numbers should go up. Which indeed they should. We're preparing to take the free kick.
I'm enjoying your company, I'm enjoying your ambience.
So, I don't quite see who's going to take it. They're still plumbing the numbers in the board over there, which are completely confusing. It's a 4 they're showing, so I can only assume from that it's Patru that's gone off. Didn't show us the number that had come on. But Ware have got this free kick to take. They're still faffing about the substitution on the line. Got no idea what's going on over there. As the referee is waiting for the free kick that's going to come in now from Liam Hope, straight off the top of the wall. Rebounds back to Tom Bruno. Liam again heads it back towards the edge of that area, off the head of Albert Adu. Lee Rose fires the shot in. Handball, say the Ware crowd, but I think Jakob would have been very unlucky if they'd given that. Ball comes across the area and bounces off at Albert Adu and goes behind finally for a goal kick. So the net result of that is FC Romania are down to 10 for the second consecutive game, and when you're bottom of the table you can't afford those kind of suspensions which they've got coming. Straight red, of course, will be 3 games as Albert Adu brings Lee Rose into play on this right-hand side. Rose puts it across the box, but it's cleared only as far as Tom Bruno. Bruno tries the shot and just over the top of the crossbar. 35 minutes gone. 10 minutes to go, but I think we'll probably have 4 or 5 added on with all the shenanigans with the red card and everything else. Barking have scored a 4th. Giovanni Palmer's got the 4th for Barking against Hertford. So disappointing day for Ben Hurd's team, who did so well on Boxing Day, of course, to get those 3 points. Long ball forward by Dave Kendall, not a bad one as well. Searches out Liam Hope on the far side of the field. Liam got a shove in the back. Well, the referee's not given anything apart from a throw-in to Ware. Liam Hope taking his time, and why not? Ware lead here 3-1. And as the results go at the moment, they're heading to the top of the table. Substitutions coming on now. It's going to be Naruba's going to go off. And really he hasn't had a kick, so hardly surprising. Alan Zapoli, who is going to come off. So Lawrence Naruba is going to go off, and Alan Zapoli is going to come on. So throw-in to be taken on that far side. Headed down, cleared by Narcissus as far as Tom Bruno. Here's Dan Rumans. Rumans will bring in Pat Adamson. Rumans will get it back. Rumans for Bruno. Bruno chips it down that left-hand touchline, looking for the run of Adamson. Adamson's there as well, and manages to win Ware a throw-in. The number 3 will leave the ball, will he? Or no, he'll take it himself. Pat Adamson, do you get the feeling we're playing out time here now? After FC Romania were reduced to 10 men. The shot comes in from Tom Bruno. Bounces off the substitute Gorchina. He certainly felt that. And substitutes, he's back up, but certainly felt it as ball back inside the FC Romania half. And once again, they've given the ball away tamely. Liam Hope away on this right-hand side. Hope is Stoiker, who's the defender. And in the end, the ball bounces off of Liam's shin and goes out for a throw-in to FC Romania. Story of the game then. Home side went in front after 21 minutes. Jonot Miron's shot from 25 yards out, deceiving Callum Kitchker. Lead only lasted 2 minutes for Dave Kendall headed Ware level. And then 2 goals very early on at the beginning of the second half. First from Lee Rose when FC Romania couldn't get a corner clear. And the second one from Liam Hope when he headed in Tom Bruno's free kick. So Maxim Fraser's been brought down by the substitute here. And Ware one of them tells a free kick. In fact, he's given it the other way round. As Jakob tries to put Erebo through on the right-hand side of the box, but Kitchker comes out and reads it fairly comfortably as far as Ware are concerned. Approaching the last 10 here at Theobald's Lane. Gareth Madden's been doing a little bit of warming up. Wonder if he'll come on as Ala Ujdi for Ware. Ujdi to his left for Tom Bruno. Bruno looking for the run of Liam Hope on the right-hand side of the box. Liam manages to chip the ball across and just goes over the top of the crossbar because Albert Adu would have had a tap-in on the far post. Really, you've got to say it's been all Ware in the second half. Callum Kitchker has had one of the quietest afternoons he'll have all season, I think. apart from picking the ball out of the back of the net, the Ware goalkeeper's been forced to do absolutely nothing. As FC Romania's troubles have continued, this will be 7 defeats on the trot for them. They'll stay rooted to the foot of the table. And from a Hertford Town perspective, of course, we can only say that will be a good thing. Ashford Town, Middlesex were down as well, so if the bottom two lose, despite the fact Hertford are 4-1 down at Barking, won't be so much of a bad day for Ben Hurd's team. Long ball forward. Plenty of strange things going on at the top of the table as well. Tooting and Mitcham were 4-1 down against Chipstead last time we looked, and they still are 4-1 down. And then, in fact, still 1-1 at Amwell Town. Westfield has scored a fourth. Waltham Abbey are 2-1 up. So, basically, what's happening at the moment is Ware are going top. Ashford Town, Middlesex are 4 down now in their game. So, Hertford will stay out of trouble. So, not been such a bad afternoon. And Ware wanted to be top of the table at Christmas. Well, they're going to be top of the table at New Year at the moment. Unless Amwell Town can get a late goal. As Adamson gets the ball on this near side. And I tell you, Hamwell are down to 10. They've had the goalkeeper sent off. So, interesting goings on there. And in fact, it's 10 apiece because South Park have had Gallum McAllister sent off. So, 10 apiece in that game at Hamwell. It's 11 against 10 here with FC Romania having had Hermadi Marquez sent off for bringing Albert Adu down when he was the last man. As Dan Rumans will pick up the ball for Ware, far side of the field. Long ball forward, looking for Lee Rose. Lee Rose there with Christy Jacob and wrestling away with the number 2. Jacob, though, wins it and the throw finds Sandu. Jacob will get it back on this near side. His ball, though, picked up very easily by Dave Kendall. And Maxim Fraser will have the ball for Ware. Tom Bruno chips it forward, looking for Liam. Oh, that was a lovely ball, but Liam couldn't control it. And in the end, it's FC Romania with Patru who bring it forward to Stoica. Got substitute warming up the far side. Looks like Gareth Madden, who's going to be coming on for Ware. Maxime Fraser almost had an opportunity to win the ball. Will Ware make the change now? And I think a change is going to be made now. So Paul Hall's final substitution means that Lee Rose it is that's going to go off, and Gareth Madden who's going to come on. And tell you, South Park have gone 2-1 up at Amwell, which is great news for those Ware supporters behind the goal, because barring a miracle from Amwell in the last 3 minutes of the game there, Ware are going to finish 2019 top of Izmir League Division 1 South Central. Gareth Madden comes on for Lee Rose. Gareth's going to slot into central midfield, just a little bit of solidity. Hello, Ujdi on this near side. So it really has gone Wednesday as far as results are concerned. Tooting and Mitcham are going to lose undoubtedly. 4-1 down against Chipstead. Hamwell are down at home. So things have gone well. Westfield, I think, are developing into the team to watch, and Ware have got to play them twice. Going to be very interesting games. First one coming up on January the 11th. We'll be making that trip. And then they've got to come to Watson Park later in the season. So a couple of really big games there. Maxim Fraser will take the throw in. Looking for Albert Adu, who's got a defender all over him. But in the end, it's Ware who come out with the ball anyway through Anna Ushdi. Ushdi will bring in Liam Hope. Looking for Albert Adu. But in the end, it's Wymark who gets the ball. Just rolls it out to Stoica. Stoica will find Patru on that far side of the field. He's advancing forward. Patru nips it into the centre circle where there's Stoica. Stoica still coming forward. Hudabay, who's been a bit quiet in the last 10 minutes, picks the ball up, tries to get it on that left foot, but in the end just stumbles and gives it away to Tom Bruno. Bruno's not got too much to aim at. Liam Hope on this near side. Liam will put it back to Maxine Fraser. Fraser gets pulled down. I think he's had a very solid game as a young right back. But most of the Ware players have had a solid second half, it's got to be said. It's Tom Bruno will take the kick, looking for Albert Adu on that far side. Couldn't control it. Patru let it run, and Felipe Narcis manages to get the ball back. FC Romania again, long ball forward. This time it bounces off of Gareth Madden. Still trying to push forward, to their credit, as Dave Kendall gets beaten by Sigiatu. Here's Hurabay on this left-hand side for Jakob. Jakob's cross is, well, Lee said about that, the better. Got it totally wrong. It just goes behind for a goal kick. And, I'll make it almost time up here, as the fourth official's going to put the board up, or board's going to go off the bench. Don't get a fourth official here, do you? 4 minutes to be added on at the end of what will be a very satisfactory end to 2019 for Bill Wolsey's team. It will be their 38th game of the year and the 22nd win. And also managed to take their season tally on to 105 goals in all competitions, 55 in the league. Be interesting to see if they finish the year as top scorers in the top four parts of the pyramid. Bromsgrove Rovers and Tiverton Town are the two teams to watch there, because they were very close with Ware, having scored over 50 in the league so far this season. Hudabay rolls it to his right-hand side for Patru. Patru will put it into the box and cleared by Lewis Rose. As far as Narcis Felipe. Felipe couldn't get the ball across, and Ala Ujdi comes away, shrugs off the left winger, Liam Hope. It's beaten to it by Sandu, and in the end it'll bounce to an FC Romania shirt on that far side. Alva Adu puts him under immediate pressure though, and Adu gives away the foul. FC Romania will have a free kick. FC Romania playing with 10 men after Nani Marquez was sent off, where supporters giving their team some vocal support from behind the goal. Don't think they've looked at football web pages yet, or else they might have gone into a chorus of "We are top of the league." Maybe at the final whistle as Sando's missed the ball. Liam Hope's on his own though. Albahadu's now making up ground on that far side, and there's Tom Bruno. Bruno's long, a high ball looking for Albahadu. Oh, the goalkeeper's missed it, and in the end it's his central defender who gets him out of trouble. Number 4 went begging there for Ware. It's on the near side. Hurabay finds Sandu. Hurabay again. Hurabay coming through the centre circle, chips it forward, but how many times has that happened? Just not found anything further forward. Brings down Dan Rumans, does the substitute Gorginta. And it's going to be a free kick to Ware. 4 minutes were added on at the end. Referee's having a look at his watch. Got another minute and a bit to go, I think, as far as I make it. But those fans with their blue and white banner behind the goal all the way to our right-hand side will have a happy new year, because they'll have a new year safe in the knowledge that their team are top of the table. As Fraser, an outrageous push on the back of Alarucci there. Well, I think the referee's had a reasonable game, but he missed one there. As they said, what part of that wasn't a foul? Alarucci was pushed quite clearly in the back, but nobody saw it. Doesn't matter. Ware lead there 3-1, and they're on to closing out the year with another victory. Gareth Madden forward for Albert Adu on the halfway line, all looking to play the ball on that far side, but in the end there's another foul as Liam Hope goes down. And Ware will have a free kick right on the halfway line. Dan Rumans for Dave Kendall. Kendall for Tom Bruno. Tom Bruno back to Callum Kitchker. Need to give Callum Kitchker something to do, because he's had precious little to do this afternoon. Long kick forward by Kitchker, but headed back towards the halfway line to Felipe Narcis. Tom Bruno goes in with the nice footwork by Alarusti, finds Albert Adu on that far side, brings in Liam Hope. Alarusti's the only player in the box, and Liam can't find him with a cross on that far side. Manages to win the ball back though to Pat Adamson. Can tell you that it's finished. Hanwell Town 1, South Park 2. So confirmation that unless FC Romania perform a miracle here in the last minute, we're going to finish 2019 at the top of the table. Maxim Fraser on this near side. Long ball forward. Adamson's going to run on this, and Pat Adamson will keep it in on that far side. FC Romania are totally switched off. It's Albert Adu. Oh, he missed his kick. When all he needed to do was touch it and put it in for his first goal on his return. It doesn't matter though, because the cheers from behind that goal will tell you that Ware have won here, and even better than that, Ware will finish 2019 at the top of Isthmian League Division 1 South Central. We are top of the league, say the fans behind the goal. They knew it, and that's where Ware are. Story of the match, well, it was FC Romania who took the lead. Miron shot from all of 25 yards out, deceiving Callum Kitchker. That lead, though, lasted only 2 minutes before Dave Kendall headed home Harry Watkins' corner for his third goal in as many games. And then it was the beginning of the second half that proved the difference between the two teams. The corner from the right-hand side nipped in by Liam Hope. When it came back to him, an intelligent cross high across the box, bounced once in the area, and there was Lee Rose to sweep it home for his 10th of the season. And then Tom Fruno's free kick provided Liam Hope with a chance to head number 24 of the season. FC Romania went down to 10 men when Marquez was sent off for bringing down Albert Adu as the last defender. But by then, where the game won, they had the 3 points and they had the win that puts them top of the table at the end of 2019. Thanks for listening to 90 Minutes Live, our last commentary of 2019. We'll be back next week following the table toppers. It's finished here. FC Romania 1, Ware 3.